Hi, this is Dr. Nikitow. What sets us apart in our clinic is that we actually do a spinal correction program. We don't just pop joints for symptom relief, but we actually correct the spine back to its normal model. Researchers have found that the spine has the strongest angles and arcs in nature. And so to find which deviations that you have in your spine, we use a three-dimensional coordinate system called the Cartesian coordinate system. This is the same system that they use to fly planes and track satellites. It uses an X, Y, and Z axis and is the most accurate system for biomechanics in the world. So when we take your posture, we look at your posture three-dimensionally, and most chiropractors don't do that. Secondly, we take x-rays, and x-rays are extremely important because this is able to tell us what deviations you have so we can actually measure the angles and arcs. Secondly, you don't want to go to a chiropractor if they don't do x-rays because they're just shooting in the dark and that it's not accurate when they treat you. They're just popping your bones and it could be dangerous. So when we examine you, we use the three-dimensional coordinate system to examine your posture, and then we take the x-rays to actually confirm measurements, angles and arcs, and distortions. You see, if your spine is out of alignment or it's losing those angles and arcs, you're putting undue pressure on discs, joints, and nerves. And that can lead to future arthritis, degeneration, and can cause a lot of pain, not only in the back, but in the neck. It can cause problems with headaches. It can cause numbness and tingling down your arms. It can cause problems with sciatica. And it can even cause things like dizziness, ringing in the ears. It can cause problems in the jaw, TMJ problems. And it can also affect areas like your organs because, you see, essentially, chiropractors are nerve doctors. We're not back pain doctors formally, although we're the best with treating and fixing back pain. We're actually nerve doctors. And what we look for is we look for this spinal alignment because if the spine is out of alignment, again, your brain is trying to send a signal down the spinal cord through the nerves to all parts of your body. So it's controlling everything. And if your spine is out of alignment, or what we call subluxation, it can't get those messages out to those parts so they don't work effectively. For instance, if you have a problem in your lower back, you could also have a problem with your kidneys, your colon. You could have problems with your bladder dripping. You can have a lot of different types of issues like that. In the middle part of the back, those are the nerves that affect our digestive organs like our pancreas, our stomach, our liver. And a lot of times people come in here with bloating and gas and different types of digestive issues that we actually help because when we adjust the spine back to its normal model, it frees up the nerves so the brain can communicate to those parts and they can work effectively. That's a lot more effective than just taking a bunch of pills and drugs to hide the symptom. In the neck area, we oftentimes see patients with numbness and tingling in the arms. If your neck is out of alignment, you can have problems with headaches. You can have problems with your jaw. You can have problems with vision, hearing. There's a lot of different things that can be out of alignment that as chiropractors, we can help if it's due to nerve interference. So essentially what we're doing as chiropractors is trying to get your spine back to the normal model, and so your brain can then communicate to your body, and essentially then the body will function at a higher level. Now, how we do this in our clinic is very unique. After taking the three-dimensional coordinates and taking your x-rays, we put together a program for you to correct your spine through adjustments and through specific three-dimensional biophysics exercises. And these are mirror image exercises. So if your head, say, was pushed off to the side because you're always leaning that way, or let's say your head has too much forward carriage, like forward head posture because you're looking at computers all day or texting, or you've had traumas like whiplashes from a car accident or falling skiing or something like that, what'll happen is the nerves actually will misfire. You see, nerves have to fire equally, side to side and front to back. And what happens is if we go through traumas, our little nerve receptors get overactivated to one side versus the other. So it could start to pull the head too far forward. It could pull the head to the side. It could twist the hips in a certain direction. And that starts causing pressure on the discs, joints, and nerves. And eventually that'll cause a lot of pain. And we don't want you in pain. We want to fix the problem so when we identify those patterns, we can actually correct the spine by reversing how the nerves are firing. It's called mirror imaging. So if your head is over here, we will do adjustments and fire the nerve to the opposing side so the nerve talks to the muscle and the muscle pulls the spine back in alignment. Look, you don't want to just have your back popped and just try to treat symptoms because they'll keep coming back over and over and over again. And then you'll end up with permanent damage from degeneration and arthritis, because it's like a wheel being out of alignment in your car. It'll just wear and tear, and you're shooting grease in it just to treat the symptom. You want to actually fix that wheel and put it back in alignment. And that's what we do in our clinic. So if you're interested in getting your spine fixed the right way, getting rid of your symptoms, and making sure that your body is at its healthiest through correcting your spine and your posture, then we would love to help you. We'd love to set up a time for an exam. All you have to do is just call the phone number below, 303-773-8027. And we'll do a full examination for you. We'll sit down and go over all your symptoms and complaints and some of your health goals, and we'll put something together for you that works. But the most important thing is once we fix your spine, we will show you x-rays later so you know your spine is fixed, and we will show you how to maintain it throughout your life. So call that number and make an appointment. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to try and help you. Thank you.